Obi, do you want to eat some turkey leg? I know you do. How about you have this one? Oh god. Well, let's show everybody how to make these. Hello everybody. This week we are doing turkey legs. So why am I doing turkey legs today? Well, I love going to the Renaissance Fair, but I think the key food that happens at Renaissance Fairs, turkey legs, is often bad. It's like undercooked, it's under-seasoned, it's very, you gotta like chew on it, and then you're left with so much turkey leg left afterwards. So I think I can improve on it, and today we're gonna do our best to do that. So stay tuned. All right, turkey legs. Fortunately, they are dirt cheap because they aren't in popular demand, but they can be a bit tough to find just on their own. Either get a whole turkey and break it down into all its parts, or ask your local butcher if you can just buy the legs. First thing I am going to do is brine these two legs I have here. Unfortunately, half this recording for the brine is missing, but it's pretty simple. I'm loading up a bowl with onions, garlic, and bay leaves, some black peppercorns, and some red pepper flakes. And then actually I might slice up a few lemons and throw them in here as well. I'm then gonna fill the bowl with enough water to cover the turkey legs while it's sitting on a scale. I'll calculate that I want to add 4% salt based off the weight of the water, and go from there. I'll let that whole thing brine for about 24 to 48 hours. I did 48 for these ones, mostly because I had things to do and was running around, so 48 hours for me. And once they are done brining, I'm going to pull them out of this brine, put them on some paper towels, and pat them dry. I don't want a ton of excess moisture for this next step, which is assembling my dry rub. This is a rub I used for the longest time as the rub for my wings, and is great with smoked poultry in general. So to make about 16 ounces of the rub, you're going to need a 1/4 cup of salt, a 1/4 cup of pepper, a 1/4 cup of paprika, a 1/4 cup of chili powder, a 1/4 cup of granulated garlic, and a 1/4 cup of mustard powder, 1 tablespoon of thyme, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 3/4 cup of sugar, and you're gonna give the whole thing a nice whisk. And then remember to add a 1/4 cup of onion powder because you forgot at the beginning. Onion powder tends to clump up a little bit, as you'll see here when I whisk it. I just ran it through a fine mesh strainer, and it was all fine after that. You just want it to be a consistent amount of spices distributed throughout. I'm gonna rub these down and then let them sit at room temperature for about 20 minutes before I assemble my stovetop smoking rig. Make sure to get rub on all sides of your turkey leg. This setup comes from working in restaurants where having a smoker is a luxury, so most places just do it in perforated pans on the stovetop like so. I lined the bottom with aluminum foil just to make it easier to dispose of the wood chips after I'm done smoking. I also soaked the wood chips for a few hours before I used them. I'm using apple wood because apple wood goes well with poultry. In general, most fruit-based woods go well with poultry, so that's what I'm using here today. I smoked these for about 30 minutes over a medium flame, and it was the perfect amount of smoke. You definitely don't want to go too crazy with the smoke because we don't want it to overpower the flavor. We also don't want to cook them too much on this step. If you go too hot, you run the risk of cooking them too much, and that could just affect how long we have it in this best step here. For this next step, I'm going to completely submerge these turkey legs in chicken fat before going into a low and slow oven. I have my oven preheating while I'm doing this. It's preheating at about 300 degrees. That's a little on the high end. You could go as low as 250. Just monitor them for an internal temperature. You're looking for these to be about 185 to 190 when you pull them out. They'll only continue to cook from there, but that's the temperature I was shooting for with these. I didn't have enough chicken fat here, so I used canola oil just to bring it up to the top of where the turkey legs are poking their heads out of this. While that's in the oven, I'm going to make a quick barbecue sauce to go with it. In my opinion, Alabama white barbecue sauce is the best thing to happen to poultry, so let's make that. 1 cup of good mayo, 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, about 3 tablespoons of good horseradish, you want it spicy, 2 tablespoons of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of dry mustard, some salt to taste, and a couple of dashes of your favorite hot sauce. I'm using like a habanero Cholula here. You're gonna go ahead and give that a good whisk. Once you're done whisking, give it a taste. See if there's anything you want to add, like more horseradish, more hot sauce, more salt, more pepper, the usual, but always be tasting. Internal temperature is important for figuring out when bigger cuts of meat are done. But if you want to go by feel, I'm just going to look for these to start to separate easily from the bone. More ideally towards the top here. I don't want everything to just fall off because I do still want to be able to hold it and eat it like a barbarian. You know, that's how I am, a barbarian. That last step did a great job of slowly cooking them, but now I'm going to sprinkle them with some more rub and put them into a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 15 minutes. This will crisp up the skin real nice. And voila, our final product. Alright, time to wrap these up so that I can hold them. I've got a little bit of aluminum foil that I'm just going to fold in half and then wrap around the bottom neatly. And that's it. I'm done. Easy peasy, best turkey legs ever. I think this is a pretty good end product. Got a nice little handle, nicely smoked. Putting in the oven allowed the skin to crisp up real nice, and it's time for a taste test without the sauce. Pulls right off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo. You did it again, Swain. Container of Alabama white barbecue sauce. I'm gonna give it a dip. That's perfect. Just the right amount of zing. So by all means, make these at home this year if you missed the Renaissance Fair. I did. Freaking birds. And it was so easy. It was one of the easier recipes we've done so far. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out videos every week, one a week, and yeah, I appreciate you for stopping by. I'm gonna go finish this and drink this because it's election day here in the United States, and I need both of these things. And may your quest for food knowledge be bountiful. I wonder if I could turn this off using the turkey leg. Boop, 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 boop.